We're back playing Flight Simulating. And who's this we have with us? Is it special guests? I think it might be. First of all, we have the owner of the world's largest collection of HD DVDs. It's PC Engine.
It was not a good investment, but it's too late to go back now.
And with us as well, we have Miss Uzbekistan 1958 himself. It's Starbreak.
It was a past life, one that I'm very well in touch with.
Before we get into the biscuit discussion proper, do either of our guests have any strong feelings on biscuits?
Is it just biscuits, or is it like just chocolate as well?
Glad you asked. It's chocolate, biscuits, and sweets.
I've eaten all of those things.
It's a confectionary discussion.
That's exactly what it is. PC Engine, would you care to say this stream's famous catchphrase before we take the plane off?
Skadoosh.
And with that, our plane will ascend to the heavens.
Planes can do that?
Yeah, you can get ones that do that these days.
It's crazy how far technology's come since I was a boy.
I'd say so. Shall we get started with our beloved confectionaries?
Yes.
You so choose. As a diabetic gentleman.
Yes, that's what I am.
I suppose your experience with these may be slightly different than ours.
A mini egg shot my family to death. But speaking of mini eggs, our first combatant in the arena of tier lists is the humble mini egg. Do we have any initial hot takes, ladies and gentlemen?
Mini eggs, they definitely hit a spot, you know?
I'm a big advocate for the mini egg. My instinct is to at least give them an A here.
We had this in our conversation we had recently. I think George himself said he likes mini eggs, but mini egg flavor things might even be better.
Oh.
But we're not judging it based on that, though, are we? This is
the original gangster.
There's somewhat. They're a satisfying level of crunchy. The fact that it has a thin shell, it's quite a thin shell.
It is.
Of like, what is that? What is that substance called? That crackly, sugary, like not really hard.
The inside, the goo.
No, not the chocolate.
No, like the goo on the inside.
There is no
mini
goo
eggs don't have goo on the inside.
You're thinking of creamy egg.
Oh shit! I am thinking of mini egg. Fuck. Okay. Mini eggs are good. I completely agree. The shell is yumptious. I'm gonna go a high B, possibly low A.
Okay.
I'm going to say B as well. I feel like A is reserved for other things.
I'm tempted to say A. You know, I really like a mini egg.
Okay.
All right. So what we got?
You know what? I'll give you that answer. I'll say A as well, because I'm starting to remember what they taste like now.
Unless there are any objections to sticking the humble mini egg in A tier, I'm going to pop it right there.
Put it in A tier. I don't think it's a very high A, though. I think there are higher A's.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Walker's salt and vinegar flavored crisps, specifically salt and vinegar.
There is a holy trinity of crisp flavors. You know what I mean?
Sure.
The original three, the primary colors of crisps.
Oh.
The initial go-tos, the standards, the one that every crisp manufacturer wants to get down before they experiment with weird shit like chili and chocolate.
Yeah.
And that is ready salted, cheese and onion, and the topic at hand, salt and vinegar crisps.
Sure.
I am not a fan of salt and vinegar.
Oh.
If I'm being real. If you have a cut in your mouth or on like you got like crackly lips, it's hell. Absolutely.
Sure.
I think if you're going for a salt-flavored crisps, ready salted are the ones to go for. But I will admit they also have their place. You know, a lot of people like salt and vinegar crisps. I have enjoyed salt and vinegar things in the past, but were a choice for the Holy Trinity, it would definitely be the last one.
Salt and vinegar might be S tier. I fucking love anything salt and vinegar flavor. Yeah. I'm gonna say S tier. They're not even my favorite Walkers. See, I'm a bit of a Walkers fan, you could say.
All right.
I'm gonna say D tier for me personally.
Oh wow, we've sort of got.
They're not that good. They're not that good. Again, I completely understand liking them. It's fine.
So to summarise, okay, we have what D tier versus S tier here. That's quite the contrast. Now,
C tier actually. I'm not.
They're very situational for me, salt and vinegar. I'm not gonna. Usually, I'm not gonna reach for them over ready salted, but you know, if they're there. I'm having them, and you know the kind of the sharp sting of it is not unwelcome. So my instinct is to say B. So we've got kind of a C, B, and an S. I think that kind of averages out at kind of a high B.
I'll have to accept it.
I'll accept that.
Okay, so it's kind of a high B. There we go. All right, this tier list is legally binding. I've been in contact with the law.
Nestle, with
the law, with Nestle. In some regions they're the same, but that's problematic. We need to deal with that.
Yeah, don't Nestle kill children in like Liberia or something?
Oh, with a big grin on their face. They're not good people. Next up, we have something called, I presume it has a longer name, but on the list it's Aram. Does anyone know what Aram is?
I think that's Karamak.
That's not a Karamak, no.
Is that not a Karamak?
What the hell is this then?
Is that?
Tunnock's wafer biscuits.
Ah.
And I'm gonna be real, they're very good. I love them.
Really?
I will be unable to have any input on this one because I have never had that before.
I've never had it either. My natural inclination is that I don't like caramel, so caramel stuff is always going to go lower, but I have never had one, therefore I can't really have an opinion on it, so I guess it's all up to you. Mr. PC and Gin.
The caramel in it is very, very thin. It's not like a thick gloop caramel. They're very good. I would personally put them in A. It's something I have once a year, though, you know?
Right, okay, it's a special event kind of sweet, then.
Yeah.
Right.
Whoever's made this tier list has not chosen their images very well.
They haven't, have they?
Yeah.
No, they need to think on their sins, as far as I'm concerned. But, okay, so the consensus seems to be that that these strange caramel things, none of us except PC Engine have ever heard of, are going to go in the A tier.
Is that a Greg sausage roll?
It is a Greg sausage roll. How do we feel about the Greg sausage roll?
That's very odd to include in this snack food tier list.
I guess it's a snack. I wouldn't quite qualify it as a snack, but hey, I didn't make the tier list. So, Greg sausage rolls.
Quite nice.
I was going to say, I think the vegan ones might be better than the OGs, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
About as much meat content, actually.
They taste the same, but I don't feel like shit after I've had the vegan one.
Oh, right.
By that alone, I think deserves a high score in my book.
All right. Well, if I were being devil's advocate here, I'd say it sounds like you're ranking the vegan version. And I think this is kind of implying the regular meat version.
Regular one, it scratches an itch.
Yeah.
It's £1. Actually, no, it's not £1 anymore. They scammed us. It's £1 5 now.
Son of a bitch. But yes, okay, my take on the Greg sausage roll. Pretty good. I like the flavour. I like them. That's the long and the short of my feelings on the Greg sausage roll. I'm willing to give it a B.
Certainly no gourmet treats, but you are correct, it does scratch an itch. And particularly the vegan ones, I'm going to give it a B as well.
Okay, B, and PC Engine, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, B.
Alright, so the humble Greg sausage roll gets a solid B. Just don't think too hard about precisely where the meat comes from. Jaffa cakes.
I'm going S tier. I'm going S tier.
You're going S tier?
I'm going...
They're a delicious treat.
Yeah.
They're gooey and soft and a little bit crunchy.
Ooh.
They've got a mix of textures, the softness of the cake, a orange ocean of jelly on a cloudy bed of cake with a wonderful night sky of dark chocolate. I'm gonna say S tier.
The right B.
So Starbrick, you are going S tier. PC Engine is going B. That averages out as an A. And next up, I can never remember if this is called a bourbon or a bourbon, but it is the biscuit one. How do we feel about it?
Ooh,
Is that not a custard cream?
It might be a custard cream.
That's the custard cream.
Okay, I've made a buffoon of myself. I am the clown of this operation.
Honk honk.
How do we feel about the custard cream?
I find myself less fond of them than I used to be.
All right.
I really enjoyed them in my youth,
Mm.
but as an adult, I don't know. I'm not like clamoring for them anymore. But I do still like them.
Yeah.
They are. I find them quite dry, funnily enough, nowadays. I kind of prefer my biscuits to have, hence the Jaffa cakes, I kind of prefer them to have a bit of moisture to them.
Ah.
But the sweetness is exceptional.
It sounds like you're trying to sell every single one of these products, George.
Well,
I'm
glad you mentioned that, because this week's sponsor is biscuits.
In general. No one specific, just biscuits.
Universal concept of a biscuit, the platonic ideal of a biscuit. We're sponsored by a strange cosmic entity that is just a biscuit. But yes, so how are we feeling ranking these? What letter do we want to give the custard cream?
Good C.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe not.
Nothing remarkable, but I don't. If Grandma gave them to me, I would not say no.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably C as well. Maybe I'd be tempted.
C for custard cream.
I'd be tempted to go actually kind of a low B, but you two were both C's, weren't you? So that that plonks it firmly in the C camp. Okay.
I have a fun story about Star Bars, actually.
Do tell.
Back when my dad was working, he was a paramedic.
Yeah.
And at the paramedic station, the base next to the hospital, they got concessions and stuff. And I guess someone who worked there really fucking loved Star Bars.
Right.
So my dad would come back from work with like a pack of 6, like once a week. And there was a period of my life where my dad brought Star Bars home from work, and my mum kept bringing home almonds for some reason.
Okay.
Almonds, yeah, salted almonds. So I ate a lot of Star Bars and almonds at one point in my life. But I did like Star Bars. It's got caramel and peanuts in it, and I like peanuts and I like caramel. So for a fun memory, good ingredients, and I never paid for them once in my life, I'm giving them an A. Yeah, I'm going to give it an A.
Gold bars. How?
S, like
These
without
are
a doubt, S.
good.
Those are
Heavens.
fantastic.
I'm going to say S tier.
Oh wow, I've never had one, so I can't really have a vote on this one.
They taste rich and creamy and sweet, and there's got a satisfying crunch to it.
Yeah, I do like them. They were
Wow.
a sleeper hit. I remember growing up and not thinking they're amazing, and then at my last job, they were just like on the biscuit tray. I was like, I haven't had fucking one of these in years. I had one, and it was like, because it's like caramel chocolate, and like the biscuit inside is like, you can like feel the sugar on it.
That is a resounding S tier.
Yeah, S tier, S tier.
S. Okay, the gold bar. We've got our first S, ladies and gentlemen. We have Doritos Tangy Cheese.
I feel like all Doritos will lose points for me because I cannot stand Dorito dust.
What?
Like, I enjoy the taste of it, but just the fact that it leaves such a mess.
Okay, I never would have considered that ever when grading food.
I'm gonna give them a B, I think. Tangy Cheese gets a B from me.
Yeah, I get them when I'm in the mood, but I feel like I get the cool original or chili heat waves a bit more.
But I would agree. I would give them a B.
Okay, Tangy Cheese Doritos, they get a B. Next up, the Skittles. I am going to come right in here, and I'm going to say Skittles are an S tier for me.
Damn.
I really like Skittles. They are kind of the perfect artificial thing. If you're completely unconcerned about your well-being, you can have a wonderful time with Skittles. Skittles are an S tier from me. What letter are either of you giving it?
S?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got our second S of the night, ladies and gentlemen. The Skittle strides easily into the S tier.
S for Skittles.
S for Skip. Hey, there we go, right? So next up we have Skips. When I was a tiny young small boy, I adored Skips. I would, if I were 10 years old, I'd put Skips happily in S tier. As time has gone on, I've softened on the Skip. I still like them. They're still good, but they don't excite me the way they did when I was very young. I would probably put them in C these days. High C, middle to high C, but C nonetheless.
Skips provide a unique eating experience.
They do.
They're because you can like just put them in your mouth and they just disintegrate.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's kind of fun. I like the taste.
I agree. I still like that to this day.
I'm gonna go A.
Oh heavens! Okay,
I
you got an
do
A.
quite enjoy them.
I'm gonna go C as well.
Got a C.
They're okay. The prawn cocktail flavor on a Skip is different to any other prawn cocktail crisp somehow.
Oh, definitely.
And it's definitely a unique. It's definitely unique.
And the fizz, you can't go wrong with that fizz. I do like that fizz.
The fizz is quite nice. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say high C, much like yourself, Alistair.
You know what? Having heard this, I think I might have convinced myself to bump them up to a B here. So what we've got an A, we've got B from me. What did you give it, Starbreak?
I'm gonna give it. I gave it a C.
You C. Okay,
I will allow you to put it.
This averages out as B. Okay, so the Skip gets a solid, dependable B. Next up, wine gums.
Classic. I like a classic wine gum.
Hey, you can't go wrong with a wine gum
as well. I'm going A.
Somehow
Maynard's wine gums.
Yeah.
Somehow Manyards. Somehow a single wine gum can feel like an entire mouthful, and they're not that big.
I know what you mean.
They're so dense.
They've got so much going on. You're right.
like a gelatinous sponge.
All right. So,
George, I googled it. It is Maynard's.
No, they always say Maynards.
Maynard's, Bassett's, wine gums.
No, they always say Maynards in the adverts though. It's like Maynards fruit pastels and stuff like that.
Here's a picture. You can read that.
No, I can guarantee you what I've heard. It's that might be the correct way to say it, but I've heard them say Maynards before.
Okay.
Yeah, Maynards. Maynards.
Maynards.
Okay,
Maynards. Maynards.
But have you heard anyone say it?
I know. It's just a word.
all right. So, this debate has gotten us nowhere. I'm gonna go A for wine gums. I do like a wine gum. They're not the first thing I go to, but hey, whenever I have them, I'm into them. I like a wine gum.
I wouldn't necessarily eat a whole bag of them anymore by myself, but I do enjoy them. I'm gonna say A as well.
Okay, this is a firm A from the sounds of things. The wine gum. Right, next up we have the chairman of the board itself. Cadbury's Dairy Milk. This is an S tier. If an alien were to come to Earth and demand to sample Earth Confectionary, this is what you would give them.
Yeah.
Not even.
It's not my favorite, but I would absolutely do that if a foreign person is like, "Yo, hit me up. What you got in the UK? What do you eat?" I'm like, you got to try the original. It's not my favorite. I like Cadbury's chocolate, but I like having like the ones with like the stuff in it.
You need to have the original before you can have its
exactly.
You need the base. You need that.
You got to listen to the original before you listen to the remix. So
there we go.
Yeah, like not even an alien, just like an American with their butchered Cadbury's chocolate.
Oh, with their vomit flavored Hershey's bullshit.
We're getting off topic. Dairy Milk.
You get it, yes.
It's an absolute classic. It's the flagship of the brand. Every other Cadbury's chocolate has descended from this.
Yeah.
I will also say S tier.
Dairy Milk gets an S.
I like it. I'm gonna go A though. It's a classic gift. If anyone's like, what do I get someone for Christmas? What do I get them for my birthday? I'm not sure. Big bar of Cadbury's chocolate, regular flavor.
Hello, Captain Clench.
Hello, I forgot this was happening and now I'm here.
Oh my god, we've got a fourth combatant. Hello. Oh my goodness, this is very exciting.
I can offer my insight into this topic.
You absolutely
very well versed in.
Hey, seeing how you've just arrived, you can start out the discussion on the hula hoop. How do you feel about it?
C tier, don't care.
Oh, hello.
But as far as like ready salted crisps go, I think I would rather just have like a Walker's bag.
Yeah, thank you. I'd rather just have Walkers.
If I'm being generous, I'm gonna say the low B.
I'm gonna go low B for hula hoops. Captain Clench, how do you feel about hula hoops?
I mean, I would say C.
Yeah, C.
C. Wow, this
makes
is
complete sense.
Now the cool original Dorito. Out of all of them, it's the one that needs the companion piece, the dip, the most.
Yes, I was about to say.
Yeah,
interesting.
Without that, it's kind of a just a tortilla chip, which honestly, if I'm getting just a tortilla chip just to snack on, I'm probably going to go for the supermarket's own.
Yes, yes.
Really?
Cheaper, there's more of them, and you get the same effect from putting it in the dip.
So for me, I'm tempted to put Cool Original in A tier.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be able to justify putting it in A personally.
Okay.
I'm going to say B.
I'll say B tier as
B,
well.
okay. So I feel like we'll put it in a high B then. Alright, so next up, Twix. I'm gonna be real, I don't like caramel, so this does not get a good vote from me. I would be tempted to give the Twix a D.
I think it has too much biscuit in it. I understand you need a balance.
Yeah.
But the biscuit overpowers the caramel. B.
Okay, we've got a D and a B, that's equals to a C so far.
For Twix?
Yeah.
Well, I'll put that in A tier.
Oh,
damn.
Twix is delicious. Do you know what, actually? Do you know what kind of bumps down the Twix for me?
What's that?
Is that if you're having a Twix and you're with someone, they will ask you for the other Twix. And it's like, if you say no, you look like a greedy fuck. But it's like, it's one Twix, you know? It's like the whole thing. So I guess maybe that brings it down a bit. Maybe to like a B.
There are problems with it, but it's still delicious. I'm going to say B.
B? Okay, so to me, this sounds like it's averaging out at a kind of a low B. That's fine. I'm clearly outvoted on this. That's fine.
Your vote still matters, though. You do have streamer privilege.
I do, but you know what? I'm a firm, unlike the Nestle Corporation, I'm a firm believer in democracy. So I'm conceding to the rest of the Senate. Twix gets a B. Next up, Oreo.
Funny enough, Oreo is not the original biscuit or cookie to do this sort of thing.
No, that's right.
Prior to Oreo, there was a biscuit called Hydrox.
That still exists.
Yeah, which still exists. Yeah, it looks like off-brand Oreo, but no, Oreo is technically off-brand Hydrox.
It is.
But Oreo, despite being the exact same biscuit.
Oh my god, it's even got the same colours.
Yeah, even the same colour scheme. That's what I mean. It's still it managed to just completely destroy Hydrox. I don't know if that's because of the marketing or because of the name, or maybe there are some differences.
Hydrox sounds like a bathroom cleaner.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, Oreo. It's it's a classic staple. It's delicious. It's got a nice juxtaposition between the biscuity, like the rich biscuity taste, and like the heavenly cream in the middle.
Okay.
I think that gives it points. I'm gonna say Oreo is an A.
I'm gonna be real. I like Oreos. I think they're overrated, however.
Really?
I want to agree with that.
Like, they're nice. I get why people like them, but there's better?
So I will leave it up to you three. Where are we putting Oreos?
I'm gonna stick with A, but purely on taste alone.
I'm gonna say B, like a low B.
Yeah.
B? Okay, this sounds like it's working out to a B to me. So the Oreo, B, there we go. Next up is the Milky Bar.
I have another story about this particular chocolate. Back when I was a wee sprout, I used to hang out with the people who used to live up the road.
Yeah.
And I remember we had like the little buttons of these.
Yeah.
And for some reason, this young girl who was with us, she was talking to her sister, and then she said, who is like God anyway? And then her sister said, God, like he's everywhere. He's with us. I don't know why they started talking about this, but I remember we were eating these when this conversation happened. And like, God's everywhere. Did you not know that? Like he's in your heart. And I was like, even as a child, I was like, this is a stupid conversation. So I don't know. I was browsing r/atheism even as a 4-year-old, I guess. I don't know.
I like Milky Bar quite a lot. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in A.
A, yeah.
Next up, the Kit Kat.
It's kind of built its whole marketing on the fact that you have to break them apart, which is, when you think about it, a weird gimmick for chocolate.
Sure.
So like they seem to kind of trying to get into your head that you can only have them when you're on a break. It's like, fuck no, I'll eat it whenever I want.
All right, so I'm quite fond of a Kit Kat. Even the original flavor interpretation, I would be willing to put it. My vote would be A tier. I think it's I like the texture. It makes me sound like a complete tool, but you can't say no to the noise it makes when it snaps.
Yeah.
It's as satisfying as the Nintendo Switch noise.
There we go.
I'm also actually going to say they are still really good.
I'm going B.
I'm going to say C.
Okay, A, B, C. This sounds to me like a high B tier. Next up is the Fruit Pastel. I'm going to pull out my flag down here firmly. I think Fruit Pastels are an S. I think...
Yep, S plus easy.
Yep.
Easy.
Either S
I'm going to say A, a very high A. But I understand the S. I understand it.
Either S or A, probably A.
It's soft, but there's kind of like a psychological crunch in your brain. Kind of, I think...
It almost gives you Skittle Jaw, but not quite.
It's so... Okay, here's how I'm seeing it. I'm a resounding S. Clench, you are a resounding S. PC Engine, you are A tier, and you understand S.
Yes.
And Starbreak, you are A tier. So to me, this sounds like an S.
Yeah.
I'll concede and say S.
I'll accept that.
All right. So Fruit Pastels, S tier.
Good.
How about that?
This
Next,
is all I came here for.
The pickled onion Monster Munch, the rock star of crisps.
yeah. Oh, I like that.
I feel like Monster Munch is kind of always the punchline to a joke.
Yeah.
Whenever you're trying to say someone's eating crisps, say it in a funny way, say they're always eating like a bag of Monster Munch.
Yes, there we go. I'm leaning towards B for Monster Munch.
I love pickled onion Monster Munch, but I've had a realization recently.
Okay.
What's that?
I like them, but if I want pickled onion things, give me the big bag of Space Raiders.
Okay.
It's the same thing, slightly less unruly. The crumbs don't get everywhere, and there's more pickle flavor to it.
And they're shaped like an alien.
And they're shaped like aliens too.
I'm gonna say B tier as well. Yeah, they've got quite a powerful flavor. It's quite nice and very distinct. You know you're eating a Monster Munch. Or
I'm gonna go
Munch.
A for me.
What about you, Clinch?
I'm gonna say B.
B? Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
what
gonna say
we've
B as
got?
well.
That sounds like a resounding B to me. I think
Clinch,
pickled onion Monster Munch can be proud of that. Now this is very timely. The cream egg. How do we
Easter,
feel?
everyone.
Happy Easter. Let's celebrate the true meaning of the season, which is cream eggs. How do we feel about them, fellas?
They used to be my favorite chocolate.
Yeah.
Like ever. I loved them. I loved the Gooey Center. I loved it whenever they came. I kind of do like the seasonalness of them as well.
Yeah.
They kind of show up and you're like, oh, there they are. But now that I grow old, I do feel them a little bit sickly, and especially now that I realize that it's just a fucking mound of chemicals in the middle.
Yeah.
Like sugary chemical goodness. That's not even. There's no way that's not egg substance at all. What was I telling myself? But I do still like them.
Yeah.
I will still eat one. I will not eat like 6 at once like I used to.
That's good. That's progress.
For that reason, it's high B.
I think they're alright. I love the taste of it, but yeah, they're so sugary, and I feel like you can only have like one a year.
I'm gonna say high B.
High B?
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds good to me. High B for the cream me.
Okay.
Bounty.
So before anyone says anything about this next one,
Yeah.
the bounty, everything that's been on this list so far, from the highest S to the lowest C, if you offered it to me, I would not turn it down.
Yeah.
For some of the C's, I might be like, oh yeah, all right, go on then. But for a bounty, if you offer me bounty, I would probably shoot you in the face. It's disgusting, the texture, I think, and I think it's horrible. There's a reason it's always the thing that's left behind in the celebrations tin. I'm saying D for this one.
See, like, I'm the guy who, if there's loads of bounties left over,
Yeah.
I'll eat them. I'll eat them. I wouldn't leave a bounty behind, you know. But saying that,
Yeah.
they're definitely not. You know, I don't rate them that much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you'll have them, but how much do you like them?
I like coconut flavored things, but bounty, it needs something else in the bounty bar.
Yeah.
It needs to have like a bit of like more chocolate or like jam or something in there. But the fact you bite into it, oh, chocolate, oh, coconut, and that's it. It's like it's missing something.
Yeah.
And because for sake of balancing, I think it should go in D.
I think it should go D too. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying D as well.
Now, I would be tempted to put bounty in S tier. No, I'm kidding. I would say C for bounty. I'll have one like reluctantly, but clearly I'm outvoted in this, and bounty is a D tier chocolate bar. I will say this: my mum really likes bounties. Jelly beans. How do we feel about them?
I love those gourmet jelly bean things. It's always a treat for me. I'm gonna put them in an A, high A. I like
high
them.
A, right.
Fuck it, give me the licorice ones. I like them too.
There's something.
I'm a psychopath.
Yeah, I'm gonna say B, high B, low A.
I'll say B because I think when I had them they were pretty good.
Alright, so this sounds to me like a mid to high B here. So let's put them there. Hobnobs. How do we feel about hobnobs? These are an interesting biscuit.
Plus, it's fun
It's
to
an
say.
interesting texture. Yeah, hobnob.
I can't argue with the hobnob, yeah.
It sounds like the name of a goblin. I'm Hobnob the Goblin.
Oh, you must answer my clever riddles to pass the Hobnob Bridge. You must tell me where crisps go on the tier list.
To gain access to Hobnobia.
You must tell me how you feel about hula hoops.
I'm gonna give Hobnobs mid B.
Mid B.
I'm gonna say C.
C, yeah.
I'm gonna go C as well.
I'm about to make the weirdest analogy ever about Hobnobs.
Please do.
You know, in the Saiyan saga of Dragon Ball Z,
Yes.
where Goku and Vegeta fly off to have their fight.
Yeah.
It tastes like the area where they're having the fight.
Anyway, speaking of Dragon Ball Z, how do we feel about ready salted Walker's crisps?
That is the Goku of crisps.
Even though it's like the baseline crisp, never been bettered for my money. I think ready salted Walker's crisps are an S tier confectionery.
Yeah, they're I can eat them in public. They're a solid, reliable. They're a reliable taste.
S for salt, you know.
There we go.
I'm gonna say ace. I'll always have a bag of ready salted crisps. Never turn it down. I'll even enjoy it.
I don't go nuts for them. I'm gonna go like B.
No, hold on. I think there's more to say about the ready salted crisps. We kind of glossed over it.
There's more to say about the ready salted crisp. I hope you're having a fun evening, folks.
It's the reboot. It's the soul bad guy.
Yeah.
Put that in S tier.
It's the scorpion of crisps.
Yeah.
So I get the feeling it's a resounding A tier here. Flakes. How do we feel about flakes?
I think I speak for everyone when I say they are significantly more acceptable when they're in a Mr. Whippy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even factor that in. That's a really good point.
Oh, did no one else? Okay, well, when you have them on your own, I'm just like, oh, I wish I had the Mr. Whippy. But then when I have the Mr. Whippy without a flake, I feel like it's it's missing something. So to me, those things have to be they're inseparable. So when I see a flake on its own, I'm just not interested.
Where is your Mr. Whippy?
Exactly. I'm like, where the fuck is my Mr. Whippy then?
Little flake. Where is your Mr. Whippy?
So I'm gonna say C too.
So I think I would put it in B for me. Flake is a high B, verging on A, but it's a high B.
I'm gonna be a bit of a contrarian and say a low B.
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 Complete B.
Flake, satisfying. Pretty much no one goes in B. How do we feel about M&Ms, boys?
I like them. I do like them.
Going back to the social faux pas of food.
Yeah.
Never eat M&Ms before going on a date because they give you horrible breath.
Okay.
Really?
That's true. Yeah, they give you bad breath.
I thought they were just like kind of chocolate.
Have you also lower your sperm count?
I haven't heard about that. No.
That sounds like a playground rumor to me.
But yeah, no. Have you ever walked into M&M's world and just felt the smell hit you?
Can't say I have.
I can't say I've ever been in M&M world.
I've been to the one in London. I've been to one in New York as well, and it's a very powerful chemically chocolate smell.
M&M connoisseur here.
Yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Well, you say that, but I've never had peanut M&Ms.
Zero.
Really?
I've had normal M&Ms. I've had salted caramel M&Ms from New York, which are fantastic.
Yeah.
And I've had like mint M&Ms, chocolate orange M&Ms. I've never had the peanut ones.
Wow.
Oh.
So I love peanuts. So I'm gonna have to abstain from this final one.
Yeah.
I'm a peanut guy. I've always been a peanut guy. I'm gonna go A because it's got the chocolate and it's got the nice protein of the peanut, and it's a full peanut too, not peanut chunks. It's a full ass peanut in there.
Whole ass peanut.
There's a whole ass peanut in there.
I'm gonna say like a kind of mid-low B.
B. Alright, so we're getting A, B, C here.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Easy as 1, 2, 3, and I think that's where we're going to plant our final combatant in this tier list. Peanut M&Ms are going to be a resounding B. So there we go. The quest, our first tier list quest, has come to its natural conclusion.